Now it is time to see the formal definitions. Data. The 1973 Webster's New Collegiate Dictionary defines data as factual information, as measurements or statistics used as a basis for reasoning, discussion, or calculation. The 1996 Webster's second New Riverside Dictionary revised edition defines data as information, especially the information organized for analysis. But for us, the practical definition would be data is numbers, characters, images, or other method of recording in a form which can be assessed to make a determination or decision about a specific action. So practically we can say that data is a set of numbers, a set of characters, or group of images, or any other, maybe audio, video, image, character, anything that is available to make decisions about a specific action. So that's data. But data, all the data are not created equal, especially if you plan to analyze as part of a quality improvement project. So we need to understand the data in depth, what data is, types of data, and each one it talks about. So basically we can say that there are two types of data. One is a quantitative data, that is which has got a quantity which can be measured. The examples may be height, weight, income, university size, group size, self-efficiency, test score, or percentage of lectures attended, and all such, age, number of errors, all that. So that gives a number, and more than that, these numbers are comparable to one another and many such issues. On the other side, we have another type of data which is called categorical data, also called qualitative data. So the examples may be gender, religion, method of treatment, type of teaching approach, marital status, qualifications, native language, and all such things. The data under gender may have a male, female, other. So that is one way, or we can code them by number. So male may be called a 1, female may be called 2, or other way. But in any way, these numbers don't make sense. What makes sense is the mapping of the data with these numbers. So these numbers are only mapping purpose, has no specific meaning in case of categorical or qualitative data. So if you just want to compare the two, yes, qualitative data is the one whose data type consists of descriptive statements. So just describing that the person is a male, a person is a female, person's name is so and so, person's phone number is so and so. So it's just a description, and mostly it is a text based, On the other side, quantitative data, if you say that data type can be measured and expressed numerically. So there is measuring. When it comes to the gender and all that, there's nothing like measurement. It's only, it belongs to which gender and all that. So it's talking about the type, nothing to measure and all that. But in the quantitative type, there is measurement required, and the measured things are expressed numerically. Qualitative data is mainly text based, whereas quantitative data is number based. And doing statistical analysis of qualitative data is harder, but on the other side, quantitative data, statistical analysis is easier. So statistical analysis says we have a big data, and this whole big data, instead of maintaining all the data, we can condense that into few parameters. So these few parameters will be the representatives of the whole data. So if it is a quantitative data, then we can do statistical analysis on them and convert the big data into a few chunk of numbers, and these numbers will be representative of the big data. But on the other side, if it is qualitative data, then it is not possible to do any statistical analysis directly, and even if we do some indirect way, it's not going to be expressive as it is in the quantitative data. The qualitative data is collected using interviews, written documents, observations, and so on, whereas quantitative data is collected using surveys, observations, experiments, and interviews also. So the qualitative data we can conduct using interviews, we can conduct using written documents, we can use observations and all that, but these cannot be conducted through experiments or surveys and all that, whereas quantitative data can be done in many ways: surveys, observations, experiments, and interviews, and so on. So that's very vaguely talking about qualitative versus quantitative. Many more deeper understanding is still required in case of these types of data, so that uh, analysis becomes simpler, because depending upon the type of the data, there are different analyzing methods are there. So if we are confident about the type of data we are working with, then it would be very easy to use the appropriate method, so that the work is simplified, the accuracy is simplified. So overall, the efficiency goes higher if the type of the data is well known, correctly known, and all that. So more details about this are required. So we look at them in our coming sessions. So keep watching.